So we have a sample question here. There's going to be 4 of these on the test that have to do with solving with inequalities. So how do we do this? Again, pretend it's an equation. Even though you don't see the regular equal sign, once you see that it's a inequality, separate the left and the right hand side. When you do that, simplify. Ask yourself, focus on just one side at a time. We're going to focus on just this left side. Do you have any parentheses? No. Do you have any like terms? No. Coefficient, variable, constant? No. Over on this side, do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have any like terms? Coefficient, variable, constant? No. So you're done simplifying. That was step 1. Step 2, labeling. We already talked about this. Always label this side, left side, variable, right side, constant. Next, because of these labels, we get to move things. This 4 is not a variable, it needs to move. Opposite would be -4 to both sides. They cancel out, so you're left with 5r. This, haven't touched. This and this, remember, they're like terms, 2 constants. They also have the same labels. So then you're going to add, and who wins the tug of war? 4 players or 1 player? Team 4 does, so team negative. This 4r, definitely not a constant. It has a variable. So the opposite of a positive 4r would be a negative 4r. So if I do a negative 4r here, you want to do a negative 4r over here. These cancel out. This will give you a -5. 5r, -4r, you know a positive and a negative. You're going to get 1r, or just r. Team positive wins. When you get to the divorcing step, ask yourself, is this a negative coefficient or positive coefficient? Since this is positive, we're going to leave this inequality symbol alone. Only switch if this is negative. Some of you already know that this would have been r, because 1r multiply is r, or 1 divided by 1, you get r. No matter which way you do, you're going to get this. This is not considered solve because it's not in set builder. Make sure you do your squiggle, r, such that this whole thing. And then squiggle again. This is your set. This is saying r, given that r is greater than or equal to -5. That's your solution set. Now graphing. For me, I'll just plug in -5 here. And just know that you're going to go to the positive direction here. So how would you get to a positive? You got to get out of the negatives. -4, -3, -2, eventually 0, 1, 2. And then this way is the negative sign. Deeper into negative land. -6, -7, -8. Let me get my other colored marker. Remember, you're going to find this number on the number line. Boom. You got to remember, are we going to use parentheses or brackets? Because this is underlined, this is going to be a bracket guy. The question is, which bracket do you do? This bracket or this one? Ask yourself, what side am I shading? Notice it's a greater than symbol. So greater than symbols, or if you look at it, it's pointing towards the positive side. So I want my bracket to be opening up to that side. So I'm going to use this one. See how it opens up that way. And then shade this way. And then I color my infinity because this would go on and on forever. This is graphing. And then interval notation. Remember, look at your red. What's my smallest number? What's my largest item? Remember, left to right. So -5 is first. Positive infinity is second. Remember, small to large. I'd rather have positive infinity. That's like a million versus negative, owing someone $5. Small, large. Because this has an infinity symbol, no matter what, we use parentheses. Because remember, at infinity, there's no bracket or parentheses. Just remember, it's always parentheses for infinity. And at -5, notice bracket, so you're going to put a bracket on the -5 side. There's your interval notation.